The king. They try to use love to lock other people down, and they may succeed with them, but for a free explorer, this is nothing but an insult to their identity. That's because the only thing a free explorer yearns for is an ever-expanding world. Upright, on this day full of fresh flowers and the sound of applause, a free explorer begins this greatest adventure. Chapter 1. There were many reasons for undertaking this journey, but the greatest one was my passion for the unknown mysteries of the world. Rimmel is a captain, and the sea is the center of his world. The center of mine, on the other hand, is White Sand Street. I drew a circle on the center of a map, the origin of my adventure, and surrounded it with triangles, representing trees. Oh, right. If you draw one under each triangle, they even look like little trees. That isn't to say that White Sand Street is a beautiful local, one that is lush with greenery. My intent is not to portray the area's physical geography, but its psychological geography. You see, when you decide to dabble in the unknown, people tend to use their own fears to stop you, insisting that they know better and surrounding you with the warmth and comfort of familiarity. They will tell you that not but most monsters and danger await you, should you ever leave. If you turn these triangles upside down, they are the shape of a dragon's terrible fangs, a symbol of unknown terror, and the ultimate price, death. If I ever return to White Sand Street, I will tell them all that though the dragon's teeth are sharp, they are no stronger than those of a sweet little granny who can't bite through a loaf of bread. Even the smallest bit of strength is enough to knock them out of the dragon's mouth, and when you do, the dragon becomes no more terrifying than a little dairy cow. An adorable steed indeed. People don't realize this sooner because of their fear when they see its azure silhouette in the night, find its enormous tracks in the ground, or hear its loud, adorable song. Yes, I said adorable. Some may think it a heart-piercing roar, but I see it as its happy little song, much like that of a bird in the springtime. Anyway, they encounter these things that they hesitate and turn away, but for me, these triangles are but the first steps of a wonderful adventure. Chapter 2. At first, I thought it was nothing more than a desert island. I set foot on the solid ground and marched straight into the desolate landscape before me. I paused in a bed of reeds for a brief respite and thought about how best to proceed, much like Rimmel was wont do. When I decide to march into this new kingdom, left foot first and head held high, I thought to myself, if I should encounter any damnable barbarians, I shall defeat them with the power of civilization. I shall defeat them with glass marbles. I would have never guessed that they would treat an explorer of the free world with imprisonment naturally. They fail to see it as imprisonment. Their kingdom lies within a great gray structure, and its interior is all these people have ever known. The long corridors are lined with heavy iron doors. People live their lives behind these doors, anxiously awaiting their king's inspection, the most glorious part of their day. If you behave well, they would even let you out from behind those doors. But when they came back, oh how I much prefer the look on their faces when they came back, cute and gentle, like a little dairy cow that has lost its teeth. Naturally, I was called out of my quarters once, but only to sit on a sofa and have conversation over coffee. A pleasant experience, to tell the truth, only I refused to sign their contract for it. Was all ill-suited to the needs of a free adventurer such as myself. To be frank, it was such an insult to me and my identity that I decided it was